So now that I built my own computer, I can't get it to really work and get into my BIOS, and I need to update it, and then I need to install Windows again, and I'll get that all done. But here's some advice I am going to tell you guys that I wish I knew. And this isn't just like PC, this is laptop stuff too. So your RAM is pretty important, but not as important as the CPU. It stands for Random Access Memory, and I don't really know how it works. The best way I could describe it is imagine it's like the carbohydrates of your computer because it processes the shorter, faster memory before the CPU. And I could be wrong on that definition. Don't take my word for any of this I say. And so if you upgrade your RAM, you probably won't notice much of a difference unless if you're like, for example, when I upgraded the RAM on my laptop, I noticed a difference when I was watching YouTube. I would get lag on 480p when I was watching it on 4 gigabytes of RAM. When I upgraded it to 8, I was getting pretty much no lag on 1080p, even though my screen wasn't in 1080p. And RAM is the easiest thing to upgrade, especially on a computer, because it's like, I'm pretty sure you just have to check the DDR of the RAM and your motherboard and you're good. A laptop, I think it's more proprietary, but it is the easiest to upgrade because all you have to do is slide it in. Now upgrading your CPU, that's a bit of a difficult one. I have been trying to do it with my laptop, and yes, it is possible because my laptop is a socket and not soldered. You need to make sure it's the right socket and the right chipset. I'm not sure how much wattage matters, but you should probably look at the TDP as well. Let's use, for example, my laptop. It's the RPGA 988B socket, and it's a Sandy Bridge chipset. I ordered a CPU I was going to upgrade my laptop to, and I didn't realize it wasn't a Sandy Bridge processor, it was an Ivy Bridge, but it was the right socket. Check your chipset and socket, making sure it matches. You also probably will need to update your BIOS first. And if you're in my situation like my laptop, you can't update your BIOS, then you're kind of screwed and you can't really upgrade the CPU. Or maybe you can, maybe you can't, I don't know. And I should probably explain what a BIOS is. Honestly, I don't really know. Imagine it like your motherboard's storage, because that's how I imagine it. Or your motherboard's settings. You access it by hitting either F2 or delete on the startup, and you can get into it. To update it, it's a bit different on every computer and every laptop, but like, for example, with desktops, you put it onto a USB stick, like this, and sometimes it'll have a BIOS port there. You'd want to plug it into there. Now, updating the BIOS is different for every motherboard, so follow your motherboard's manufacturer recommended list. And if your motherboard does not have a specific BIOS port, that's fine, but if it does, that's great. And by the way, I'm no expert, so don't take anything, or take everything I said here with a grain of salt, and double check what I said before doing anything.